Okay, this is going to be a really quick rundown of how to use the elements in the Brand Builder pack on mobile platforms such as the iPad. Now, I have iMovie opened up, but you can do this in any editing platform that you can get on the iPad, any audio, video editing platform. I'm going to also show a quick rundown of how to use it in LumaFusion 2, which is my personal favorite editing platform on the iPad. So in iMovie, I already have the mech walk clip loaded up. And I've already brought in a very, very simple kick and clap loop to show how these clips will sync to the BPM. Now you can see the mech walks to the beat of this song. That's because these clips were designed at 120 BPM and this clip is at 120 BPM. The kicks and the claps all sync up to his movements, and any of the other clips would sync up with whatever is happening on screen, whether it was flashing elements or if it was something moving like this mech. If your clip and your song is at 120 BPM, then you don't have to do any adjustments to the speed of these clips to get it to work. It just works automatically. So when you first open up iMovie, you're going to open this up, import your clip, import your audio, and then your media is going to be on the top right-hand side. So you click this plus icon right here, and your videos will pop up. Now, I have this stored on the actual iPad, but you can choose any of the places that you have the Brand Builder clips stored. Now, I go into my video files, and here are the clips that I brought in to play with. So let's say I want to spice this up and add some text over top. I would then select the danger or caution text elements that I brought in, and they look like this. Or like this. And there's plenty of other elements for you to choose from. This is just a quick rundown. So say I want to bring that one in and overlay it on top. Well, these clips were designed with an alpha channel, which means that the background or the black area is transparent and see-through, meaning that I can overlay these clips. And these clips will work with alpha channels in any program that supports an alpha channel. So to bring this clip in iMovie and overlay it on top of this clip, I'm going to right-click on the three dots, and I'm going to click Picture in Picture. And what that does is it drops it right on top. And it comes in really small at first, but to change that, you just click it, and then click the arrow icon that shows resizing, and then you can very easily drag this around, and you can do whatever you'd like with it. But I'm going to go ahead and center it right in the frame, just so you can't see the border anymore. And now, when you play it, it will have been overlaid onto the mech footage. And that's very, very quick and easy to do if your clip is at 120 BPM. But if your clip is at, let's say, 150 BPM, let's say it's at 175, maybe it's lower than 120, maybe it's at 105. Well, you're going to have to refer to the chart that we included in the pack that is an instruction manual on how fast each of these clips need to be in order for them to sync to your song, whatever the BPM of your song may be. Now, in iMovie or any other mobile editing apps, it's a little bit tougher. It's not as precise as an editing program like Premiere. So when you edit these clips, and say I'd want to change the speed of this clip to something that was like 150 BPM, well, what I would do is I would click it and then go to speed right here. Now, I have a little slider right here that shows me how fast or how slow the clip will be. So once I start dragging that, you'll see I don't get exact decimal place precision like I would in Premiere. I get 1, 1/2, 1/4, 1/3, and even double speed, and that goes the other way to 1/8 speed. Now, that's not precise enough for it to sync for clips that are probably about longer than 10 to 15 seconds. Once that starts happening, you start getting drift. That's where the audio and the video aren't going to sync up anymore. So the mech is not going to walk to the beat of your song. Any of the flashing elements will be off a little bit. So we recommend that when you do something like this, if you really want it to sync up and you want more precise BPM and visual sync, we suggest using Premiere or any other desktop-based applications. Or if there's an app out there that we just don't know about that has very, very precise speed adjustments for clips, we'd love to hear about it. So in order to change that in, let's say, another program such as LumaFusion, let's go ahead and open it up. And now I have the same thing loaded in, except with some flashing elements. So as you can see, this is at 120 BPM. Now all these elements sync, but if I wanted to adjust the clip speed, I would go double click on my mech clip and it would bring up the speed adjustment for it. Now in this editing platform, you have a little bit more control. You can get a little bit more precise. As you can see down here on the right, I can go from 1.01 to 1.09, and then it jumps up to 1.10 to 120 to 125, 150, 2, 3, 5, and so up. Now, you can get pretty close with this, with a program like this that gives you a little bit more control. But again, over time, if it's not the decimal places that we gave you in the instruction manual, it's going to drift over time. But if you're just putting cool visuals to a song and you don't need everything to sync up perfectly, then these editing platforms are great for it.